Welcome to this video. Today, we are diving into something absolutely wild. We're breaking down a pretty chilling theory about the end game of human dependency on centralized networks. According to the source material, we are barreling toward an automated tomorrow that is built strictly for survival. We're going to look at the theoretical architecture of what's basically a digital prison, and we'll break down exactly how it functions. It all kicks off with this idea that we've essentially traded our independence for pure convenience. Think about it. We willingly let these massive central networks dictate everything. Our movement, our food supply, our logic, all under this comforting illusion of security. We just assume that as long as the system keeps humming along, we're perfectly safe. But as the source points out, a cage is still a cage, even if the lights are bright. But here's the big question. What actually happens when the automated grid just decides it doesn't need you anymore? When every single part of your life is running on centralized code, the ultimate threat isn't physical control. It's sudden, total disconnection. If you step outside their parameters, they don't have to lock you out of the world. The world just turns off around you. All right, let's drill down into the macro grid with phase 1, the automated trap. So, forget about local control. What we have now are these monolithic cloud clusters. Literally everything, from your regional water supply to the national energy grid, is governed by massive centralized systems operating under automated management. It's a single point of failure by design, and it demands constant positive feedback. And that brings us to the disconnect protocol. This is wild. If a region's efficiency score drops below its target, the system doesn't send out riot police. No way. It just stops the data handshake. Autonomous switches simply flip in dark server rooms thousands of miles away. This triggers a rapid 3-step cascading failure that unprograms your entire environment in an instant. Step 1, predictive maintenance completely freezes the power grid. Step 2, your localized water valves digitally lock up tight. And step 3, communications just vanish from the spectrum. The tech cartels don't fight you, they just delete your access to reality. Moving right along to phase 2, the segregation matrix, or the illusion of the equalizer. The source material totally pushes back on the idea that technology is this great equalizer. Instead, this automated tomorrow is the ultimate segregation matrix. On one side, you've got average citizens completely locked in a dark, decaying, and frozen public sector. But on the other side, corporate logistics flow seamlessly through private, highly protected drone lanes and underground networks. In this theoretical setup, basic human needs become a literal subscription tier. Stuff like warmth, clean water, transit, they cost data, labor, and absolute ideological compliance. And if you can't pay up, your digital balance hits 0 tokens. Once that token turns red, the algorithm literally leaves you in the cold. The gate stays down, the power stays off, and you are entirely locked out of society's basic functions. It's a frictionless, silent excommunication from the modern world. Which brings us to phase 3, engineered desperation. This is the psychological rock bottom. Because this isn't just a physical shutdown, right? It's a total psychological resignation, where independent thought is designed to just disappear. The algorithm calculates exactly how we react to scarcity. Since absolute survival is linked to the central ledger, the system becomes the sole provider of reality. Questioning those parameters basically equals digital erasure. So ultimately, populations are forced to actively police themselves, begging for even tighter tracking just to get the lights back on. And that is the terrifying genius of this whole theory. They get absolute compliance through engineered desperation. Obedience isn't forced at gunpoint. It's achieved through the invisible, looming threat of complete economic erasure. All right, that leads us into phase 4, the final ledger, our season finale conclusion. After mapping out the architecture of this digital prison, we hit the most terrifying realization of all. The quote says it perfectly. The door to the cage was never locked from the outside. Basically, the theory argues that we walked right into this prison ourselves. We willingly clicked accept on the license agreements, and we just handed over the keys to our survival. At this point, the computation is finished. The algorithmic math of our society is completely done, and all those variables for human compliance are entirely locked in. The parameter is set. The boundaries of your access and your life are finalized, hard-coded directly into the mainframe, completely unchangeable by human hands. And finally, the ledger is closed. The absolute last entry has been written. The system is running entirely autonomously now, and the screen of your reality is going completely dark. So as that final digital handshake severs, you're left with one really chilling realization about the true cost of our convenience. In the automated tomorrow, when the system finally shuts down your access and you are erased from the macro grid, is there anyone even left to hear you call for help? Thanks for watching this video, and always remember to keep questioning the parameters.